All right. Okay, so today the difference is, for our lesson today, the difference is that we have, instead of one absolute value, we have two. Okay, what that's going to do is that's going to create another section. Remember how yesterday we just had 1 0, we did the left and the right? We're going to have 2 zeros now. We do the left, middle, and right. Okay, that's the big difference today. But let's just start with the basics. Let's just start with the graph. So go ahead and put in your calculator, put in, for your y1, put in absolute value 2x minus 3. Whoops, it's a straight line. And minus absolute value x plus 4. That all goes in y1. And then your y2 is 8. Okay, I'm going to roughly sketch what you'll get, and I'll help you put it in here in a second, and I'll tell you what window to use. 6, 7, 8. So this is what your y equals 8 lines look like. Okay, so the window you want. Okay, so everybody hit window, so we all have the same one. Okay, your window, your min, you want -5 for your x min. Go 20 for your x max. Go -5 for your y min, and go 20 for your y max.
-5 for y min?
Yep. Okay, and then go to your y equals and put that in, and then when you hit enter, and you should get like a V-ish looking thing with a line through it. Did I go too fast?
You know what? I'll just look at it.
Okay, it's -5, 20, -5, 20. Okay? So you should get like a V-ish thing that kind of veers off this way like this, and then it goes like this. Something like that is what your picture should turn out. Okay? And again, we're looking for these spots here, the intersection points. So again, we still hit second, trace, number 5, which is intersect on your calculator. Okay? I'm just going to do one of them. Second trace, intersect. I'm going to do the one on the left. First curve, second curve, guess. The one on the left is a -3. Okay, when you do the one on the right, the same thing. Remember, make sure you arrow all the way over so that your cursors like land on this side. And this one's going to give you 15. So your answer is -3 and 15. Those are your solutions to this problem. Okay, any questions or issues with the graphing before we get to the main topic, the solving? No? Everybody's good? Okay. All right, so that one is already halfway done, and we're going to kind of just work through it, and then I'm going to talk about the key points. All right, so this is where you're going to solve algebraically. Now, like I told you at the beginning of class, we're going to have 3 sections. We do have 3 sections because we have 2 zeros now. So we have 2 absolute values. The -4 here, the 3/2 here. You put them in numerical order, so negatives to the left, whichever's biggest to the right, smallest to the left. Okay? Now, the left and the right are pretty straightforward. What did we do when we had 1 and we're on the left side of it and we were solving? Who remembers? What did we do when we had 1 absolute value and we were on the left side of the, remember our lines yesterday were like this. So when we were on this side and we were solving, what did we have? What did we do? Yeah, the opposite. Good, Amanda. We did the opposite. Okay? So today, same thing. The far left, you're going to do opposite, opposite. Both of them are opposite. So that was 2x minus 3. That's why that's changed right here. That's -2x plus 3. That's x plus 4, -x minus 4, because they're both left of the value. Okay? So then on the right, the far right, what do you think it's going to be? That was opposite, opposite. Far right, you think what? No guesses? Well, if the left is negative, negative, or opposite, opposite, the far right is going to be positive, positive. It's going to be the same. Because think about it. Left means negative in terms of left, right. Right means positive in terms of negative, positive. Okay? The only tricky part today is going to be this section. This is the section that we're going to want to kind of keep track of. Now this is how you do it. 2x minus 3 and x plus 4. One's going to be negative, one is going to be positive. This is how you figure it out. You got to think about it in terms of regions. So if I come over here, we already did this region. This region was the far left region. Okay, then we just did this region. This is the far right region. This was our positive, positive. This was our negative, negative. Now we're talking about the middle region. So what you ask yourself is this. 2x minus 3. Where is 2x minus 3 0? Is that negative 4 or 3 halves? So 3 halves, right? So right here is 3 halves. Is the blue region to the left or the right of 3 halves? The left. What does that mean? What's to the left mean? Negative. So this one's your negative. The x plus 4. That comes from the negative 4. The blue region's to the right. So that means this one's your positive one. That's how you, this right here is the key point. Sorting through which one's your positive, which one's your negative. Is there any questions on that? Okay, and so now what you do is, that just establishes, which ones you use to solve. And so what you're going to do is, you can see the work done already for you here on the left. So you take the negative 2x plus 3 and you put it up here, like this, right there. Negative 2x plus 3. Minus negative x minus 4 equals 8. So we're essentially just plugging it in. Now we just solved algebra-wise. Negative, 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 negative. That means these are both plus, plus. Okay. And now we just combine like terms. Negative 2x plus x is negative x. 3 plus 4 is 7. Okay. Minus a 7. We get 1. Negative x equals 1. So x equals negative 1. That's our first answer. Okay. We're going to check them all at the end. We won't check now. Okay. Any issues so far? Okay, so see how it has it written here? All they've done is, it's really nice, they've rewritten this right here for you. And we know for the 2x minus 3 on this section, we enter in the negative 2x plus 3. That's what we just figured out. So I put right here, negative 2x plus 3. Minus, put the parentheses in because you're putting something in there. The regular, we just want regular for the x plus 4, equals 8. Distribute that negative. So it's going to be negative 2x plus 3 minus x minus 4 equals 8. Okay? All right, so now, negative 2 and a negative 1 is a negative 3. 3 and negative 4 is a negative 1. Add 1, negative 3 equals 3x equals 9. Our last step, divide by negative 3. So we get x equals negative 3. That's another answer. So there's our left answer, our middle answer. Now we're going to get our right answer. So just using the same thing here, which is all the way across. We're going to write it again here. So we're going to go 2x minus 3 minus x plus 4 equals 8. For the 2x minus 3, put in the normal. The x plus 4, put in the normal. Okay, so we have 2x minus 3 minus parentheses x plus 4 equals 8. So this is a minus x minus 4. So it's going to be x minus 7 equals 8. Add the 7. Add the 7. X equals 15. There's my third answer. Okay, let's go through and figure out which one's good and which one's not. Okay, same thing as yesterday. Is negative 1 less than negative 4? No, this one is no good. Is negative 3 between negative 4 and 3 halves? Yes, this one is good. Okay, is 15 bigger than 3 halves? Absolutely. This one is good. And if you're paying attention, these are the same answers we got in our calculator. 15 and negative 3. Okay? That is today, in a nutshell. Anything there? Questions, comments, complaints?
Short lesson.
Did this blow your mind, Sarah?
No, I actually understood that.
Oh,
It's like a
sweet.
thing.
Actually, you don't give yourself that credit. Okay, so here we go, number 2. Okay, the last one. Yeah, it's a short lesson today, just 2. And I'm going to do we're going to go to number 6 in your homework too. Okay, so let's go around the room here and see what we can get. So we have, here's my equation. I have 2 absolute values. That 1, 0 is negative 4. That 1, 0 is 2. Okay, so yeah. So this one comes right there. This one comes from right there. Okay. Didn't really want the highlighter there. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and just fill this in together here. So we'll just start with you, Sarah. What is the subdomain here? What goes here?
Is it negative 4 is less than x, and that's 2 there. Yeah.
No, you get negative 4 is less than x, and x is less than 2. So essentially, the best way to read that is x is between negative 4 and 2. That's what that means, between. Okay, and that's the other subdomain. Amanda, how's this one?
X is greater than or equal to 2.
Right, just greater than 2. We won't put equal. Okay, on all these we don't want to put equal. Good question. And Nick, what on this side, we're to the left, what are these two?
Negative x minus 4 and negative x plus 2.
Good. Negative x minus 4, negative x plus 2. The opposites. These are opposites because they're to the left of the 0. Both of them. Okay? Now, the left of their own 0. So remember, we're talking about this section right here right now. If you look, the 4, its 0 is negative 4. We're to the left of that. That means negative. The 2, that comes from this one, we're still to the left of that. Just way left. So we want the opposite. Okay? So that's why they're both opposites. Okay, let's go to the middle here. Tristan, you want to try the hard one here? The middle. So can you figure out which one's opposite and which one's not?
Is it going to be negative x, negative 4, and then x minus 2?
Okay.
Or is that backwards?
That's backwards. Close. So think about this. X plus 4, where's it 0 at?
Negative 4.
It's at negative 4, right? And we want this green section now. Okay? So from negative 4, is the green right or left?
Right.
It's right. So I want to go and switch in terms of staying the positive. The x minus 2, the green section's to the left. So this is the one I want negative. Okay, and the third one's done. All right, so then Josh, on the far left, if I want to solve, what am I going to do to set up to solve here? I'm just putting this where that is in my equation. Right? So I'm just, this right here, I'm going to insert it right there. Okay, so it's going to be like this. You can help me solve it. This is going to go on the other side. And now you're just going to solve.
Okay, so we go plus x plus 4.
Okay, so
Yeah.
which way? Well, you're going to see the problem.
Yeah.
Okay, they all went away. So I get negative 4 equals 2. Is that a true statement?
No.
No. So this means no solution. If your x's ever cancel, and you get something that doesn't equal that, it's no solution. Okay, then we'll come over here to Burke. Set this equation up for me to solve in the middle. Just help me set it up.
X plus 4 equals x plus 2. Negative x plus 2.
Yep, just like that. Okay, and then we're going to solve. Add the x, minus the 4, minus the 4. 2x equals negative 2, divide by 2, divide by 2, x is negative 1. So we got an answer there. Okay, on the right side they already did for us. I had the same issue on the left side. Again, the x's canceled. They got 4 equals negative 2, so they got no solution on the right side. Okay, and again they used positive, positive, because it's to the right, to the right. Okay, so we only have one possible answer, and it's negative 1. So we're just going to make sure that's in our domain. Is negative 1 between 2 and negative 4? Yes, so that is our only answer, is negative 1.
Would they ever give you it that none of them equal, like none of them work?
They could, and you would just say no solution, which would mean they don't cross,
Yeah.
right? So yeah, definitely that can't happen. Okay, all right, so real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and do 6 in your homework because it's got a little curveball that was a little more difficult for everybody, so we're gonna do that today with you guys. So turn to number 6, it's on 471. Okay. All right, so this one. Can anybody look at that right now and just tell me, like, what happened yesterday when I told you to look for something that's going to make some flipping issues? Remember?
Negative x.
Yeah, that negative x. This negative x is going to change our domains around. It's going to really flip them, kind of make them almost confusing. Okay, so what we need to do when you see that, our sections are going to kind of change a little bit. And because what we've been doing before, it was just normal. On the last two was if it was left, because it's less than. If it's right, it's greater than. But things are going to change just a little bit. So what I'm going to do on this is I'm going to just write 3 minus x. I'm going to put that greater than or equal to 0 to figure out my subdomain for that simple inequality. So you're going to see, you're going to minus the 3. And I'm going to divide by negative 1. So x is less than or equal to 3. The 4x plus 2 one is normal. You're just going to get x is greater than or equal to negative 1/2. And these are the rules that we're going to have to go by when we're doing our chart. You're going to see how it changes things. So we're just going to hold these here. I'm going to go ahead and make my chart. So negative 1/2 here, it's the smallest, and 3 here. Okay, this is where it's going to get a little bit confusing, so pay attention. 3 minus x, is that a minus 1? Minus 1 equals 4x plus 2. Okay. What we're going to do is, these are my restrictions or whatever. So you look at this. Is numbers left of negative 1/2, is that less than negative 3? Or net less than or equal to 3? Yeah, it is. So we don't flip this. Because we're essentially doing the opposite because of the negative x. Normally we would flip it, but we don't now because we flipped the inequality. So now we're looking for everything less than 3. Okay? So we're looking for stuff less than 3. If that's what you're looking for, we're good here. So this is just 3 minus x. And then I go minus 1 equals. Now how about the 4x plus 2? We want greater than or equal to negative 1/2. Is this area greater than or equal to? No, so we flip it. So this one we do flip. Negative 4x minus 2. A little bit shorter room there. I know that's probably pretty confusing. Was there maybe a clarification question or anything? So if this may make sense. This establishes here, the red here, establishes what we want. That's what we want. If you don't have what you want, you flip it. Maybe that's a simpler way of saying it. Okay, so now we're just going to solve. So let's add the 4x. I have 3 minus 1 is 2, so we're going to minus 2. So it's going to be 3x equals negative 4. divide by 3, I get x equals -4/3. That's our first answer. We'll leave that for now. Okay, again, I'll rewrite this again. So we have 3 minus x minus the 1, 4x plus the 2. Okay, so again, is this area less than or equal to 3? Is this area less than or equal to 3? It is. So we want this stays normal. Is this area greater than or equal to -1/2? It is. It's bigger than -1/2. So that stays normal. Now we just solve again. Let's see here. Let's go 3 minus 1 is 2. So I'm going to minus the 2 over. So it's going to be, let's just go -x plus 2 equals 4x plus 2. You're going to minus the 2 minus the 4x. You're going to get -5x equals 0. So x equals 0. Okay. And then our third and final section now. Okay. 3, now we say, is this section less than or equal to 3? No. This is bigger than 3. So now we do flip this guy. Okay? And if you go back and you look at it, we'd essentially flip the opposite of what we would have normally. We normally would have kept it regular, regular, flip. Okay? But we did the opposite this time. Or excuse me, flip, flip, regular. We did the opposite this time. Because of this, -x. Okay, then we go -1 equals 4x plus 2. Yeah, that's greater than or equal to 2, so that stays normal. All right, so we got x minus 4 equals 4x plus 2. Subtract, or add 4. Add 4. Subtract 4x. Subtract 4x. Okay, so there's my 3 solutions. Let's go through and see which ones fit our domain. Is -4/3 less than -1/2? Yes. Remember, this domain is, whoops, x is less than -1/2. X is between -1/2 and 3. And then x is greater than 3. Okay, so yes, this one is good. -4/3 works. Is 0 between -1/2 and 3? Yes, it is. So I got a negative and a positive, right? So we're good there. Is -2 greater than 3? No. So that last one's rejected. That one does not work. Okay? All right, that's all I have for today. So, like I said, 1A, B, and then 2 through 5, because we just did 6. All right.
Junior class change.